We're out here at Las Vegas Mini Grand Prix. We've got Jerry and Taylor Barton.
Yeah.
And I guess before, Taylor, your dad was saying that really he can take you any day.
Any day. He thinks, you know.
In the go-kart. So when
That's
we
what
get-
happens
taught him
when
everything he knows.
That's what happens when you get old. You
But I
know,
didn't
you start
teach him
thinking
everything.
stuff.
I
You
just
start,
held back.
you start thinking
Yeah.
stuff
So
that,
we're gonna
you
go
know.
out after the interview and just 3 laps.
Oh, I don't want to embarrass him because then he'd never get a sponsor.
See,
you know?
he doesn't even want to race. He don't even
If
want to race.
I beat him, he'd never get a
He doesn't
sponsor.
even want
They
to
want
race.
to sponsor
You
me.
see? You know, I think you need to drink some more water,
So,
get some water to the brain.
How long have you been? You grew up basically. The Mini Grand Prix has been here since 1993.
Yeah.
So basically, from the time you can remember, you were out here running go-karts?
Well, this is my dad's 12th place, and this is my 2nd since I've been born. So we actually had one across town, and we sold that one, and then came over here and built this one. So I've been on the go-karts ever since I was little. I mean, I used to sit on his lap and drive the things. He'd work the gas and brake, and I remember we'd be racing cars down Rainbow, because Rainbow cut off into a dirt road, and we'd race up Rainbow until it ended and then race cars back.
So this is your 12th.
Yes.
So, and that's not uncommon. You just kind of get,
You just
you start out
yeah.
and flip it, get bigger.
Yeah.
And
Well, you get a little bigger each time, a little smarter, you know. And he started out racing, driving the go-karts, and then when we built the Grand Prix cars, he was only, I don't know, in '93, you were, what, 13 years old?
Yeah, something like that.
No, 85. So you were only like 8 years old.
8 years old.
8 years old. And so at 8 years old, these cars, the Grand Prix cars, are big, built for adults. At 8 years old, we stacked a bunch of cushions in there because he kept bugging me, can I drive it, can I drive it? And I said, well, you know, let's try not to drive it when we're open because then everybody else's kid wants to ride them. So he went out there and stacked a bunch of cushions in, and here he is with the steering wheel up here, looking like you could barely see a little teeny bit of his head over the top of the steering wheel, and the car's going around the track. And my partner comes in one day and he goes, oh my God, look at that car. It's going around with no driver. What, there's something wrong, what's going on? And I said, no, that's Taylor. He says, no, there's nobody in it, look, look, look. I said, no, there's Taylor in there. And he goes, Taylor, how could Taylor get in there? And he comes around and everybody's going, holy crap, you know, the car just flies around the track. And here's this little kid peeking his eye over the top of the dashboard, you know, and he's all stretched out as far as he can get, trying to reach the gas pedal, and it was just pretty amazing, you know. But he's always been that way. He always loved to race, loved to race.
so people, the question is, okay, this is great, you know, having I don't know, how big is this? How big
7 acres.
So yeah, 7 acres of arcade and go-karts and rides. It just doesn't happen overnight.
No, it didn't happen overnight. You know, to build a place like this takes a lot of energy because some people have a negative connotation about go-karts and that type of thing. So, but we had really good neighborhood support, and the neighborhood actually went out and got lots of signatures on petitions in favor of this. So it took some time, but yeah, it's you know, you gotta love it.
What's so cool about this place is that, you know, you could take your younger child and bring them here, and we teach them how to drive. We teach them how to use the gas and the brake, how to use the steering wheel, and that's how you start out. You know, the little Jeeps that go like 1 or 2 miles an hour, you know, you kind of get the feel, but when they come out here and we put them in a race car and they go around the track and they're racing other cars, that's really what you learn. And for our Grand Prix track, it really taught me how to keep the momentum up and pass cars out on the racetrack. You know, some of the best people that have watched me race, they say, man, I don't know how you put that car there. Well, that's because coming here, I learned momentum, how to keep the speed up going into a turn and passing cars. So it really just, it's so much fun to come out here and have the whole family have fun. You know, as he said before, if you go to a place, either the parents are having fun and the kids aren't. And so here, everybody gets to come and have fun. And our ribs are amazing. The meat falls off the bone. It's so amazing. And you don't get this, you know, little bone with little meat and the meat gets stuck in your teeth. That's not here. The meat, when you come here, is thick on the bone and the meat falls off the bone. So, you know, we really have great food, great games. We have great prizes. You know, you go to some of these arcades and, you know, the prizes stink. I don't even want to play the games. But you come here, you want to play the games because we have great prizes to win. All around, you can't beat it.
You know, and part of the fun here is you see these little kids come in and they're big enough to ride with mom and dad on the go-karts, and then they get big enough to drive the kiddie cars by themselves, and then they want to be big enough to ride on the go-karts by themselves. Then they can't wait to get big enough to ride the Gran Prix by themselves. So it's always an evolution, you know. And the other thing is that I want to mention is that we have 85 employees, and my employees are great. They work with these little kids, they help them learn how to do the driving and whatever it is they want to do. I mean, my employees really make it a great experience for you when you come here.
So again, where are we located? How do I get here? Right off 95. So
Right off 95,
yeah.
Rainbow and
Yeah.
Vegas Drive.
And if I'm in Henderson, just get on 95 and
Yeah.
go.
Takes you 25 minutes,
Yeah.
not a bad drive.
25 minutes from anywhere in the valley. That's
Pretty much,
the outside.
yeah.
Yes.
25 minutes or less from anywhere.
And for a whole hour, for $20, you get a wristband. You can ride anything in the park.
So
for
unlimited
20 bucks,
rides.
unlimited rides for 1 hour. You can't beat it.
Come out and grab dinner.
Grab
Yeah.
dinner.
Pizza, whatever.
Monday,
Grab dinner,
Monday through
$5.99
Thursday.
pizza.
Monday through Thursday, $5.99 large pizza. And it's not the 12-inch, it's the 16-inch. So you get the extra large pizza. Large pizza.
And
really
the pizza
good.
here is really good. The food here, I mean, we take a lot of pride in our food, and my cooks, I mean, they do an excellent job with the food, so I'm sure you're gonna love it.
Chicken wings, really good. Breadsticks, really good. Just, you know, all around, it's so much fun. Even the cotton candy is good.
All right, well, let's go take a look.
Let's go.
Thanks.